So I can't really find if anything actually came of the original Shattered Glass series. So instead we're going to play Trial by Fire, which is the Shattered Glass that we played last week is the sort of like Phoenix Wright case 1-1 of the alternate universe where role reversal AU, where Miles Edgeworth is the defense attorney. The Shattered Glass continuity is like the first game. This Trial by Fire, which we're going to play today, Turnabout Déjà Vu, also by TheDoctor, is the first case. Is ostensibly the first case of the second game in this newer continuity. So let's give this a go, shall we? Preloading! Preloading. Preloaded! The following is a fan-based alternate world line to Capcom's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Viewer discretion is advised. Please support the official release. Play in Firefox, or else. What? What? What are you doing here? This is the wrong competition. You're supposed to be in... My mouth actually moves to this game board. This is new. Eleanor? Are you an Umaneko? Anyways, you are needed in Turnabout the Golden Witch. Why are you here? You aren't even featured as a character on this game board. I know, but Shattered Glass used to be introduced with red text. It caused some confusion, so my narrator voice was needed. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Very well, see that you do. Actually, now that I think of it, I could use your help with something. If I could have a word with you as soon as I'm done here. I suppose the other game board isn't going anywhere without us. Just make it quick, please. Incidentally, if she just blinked out of existence instead of slowly fading away, that's one of the reasons you need Firefox. Okay, is that what this is about? Alright then. Based on the works of Capcom. A little silly pre-credits scene. Okay, very good. TheDoctor presents. Ace Attorney. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney 2, Trial by Fire. Hellfire. Oh, okay. This is... So this gets a proper Ace Attorney game intro here. Alright then. Turnabout Déjà Vu. Whoa! Oh. My head. Mustn't forget. I am a defense attorney. My name is... Oh no. Will Powers. I can't even remember my name. No. I have to remember. Come on. What was I doing? Why am I here? No, there's something incredibly important. Is this... the... Please, God. Don't let me forget. I can't. I have to remember why I'm here. If I don't, something horrible will happen. We never did see how the DL6 incident resolved in this continuity. Losing consciousness. I can't hold on any longer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Is this literally the reverse of first case of Justice for All? Whoa! Oh my gosh. Holiday court record? What? Where am I? Wait. Is this defendant lobby number 2? Judging from the decor, I'd say it's near Christmas time. My name is... Confound it. I still can't remember. Still, this is good to know. It would appear my amnesia may be limited to names at this point. Just wish I could remember why I'm here. Last week is a complete and utter mystery. Maggie! Good morning! Oh, good morning, miss. Let's look at our evidence quick, but, we do have the, rather intriguing meta aspect of, if Miles Edgeworth in this continuity forgets he's a defense attorney, will the timeline revert itself back to the original Ace Attorney timeline? This and more mysteries at 10. Proof of possession? Proof of my profession? Alchemical tome! An advanced guide to transmutation. Okay, why do I have this? Time of death 12:15. Cause of death broken neck. Body is also covered in bruises. And shattered glasses. Yep. This is of nearsighted lenses. How very Richard Wellington of you. Miss! This is no time for game, Mr. Edgeworth. My trial starts in 15 minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, is it? That's right. My name is Miles Edgeworth. Well, that's one mystery solved. Forgive me, I'm having a little trouble right now. I can remember procedures and events, but names and faces are escaping me at the moment. Couldn't even remember my own name until you said it. Just my luck. I'm going on trial for murder, and I'm stuck with an amnesiac for an attorney. I see. I must have agreed to defend her before my memories decided to fly the coop. I wouldn't be too disheartened. I may not remember you, but for some reason I remember trial proceedings quite well. This is a bizarrely specific amnesia. At any rate, I shouldn't think there would be any problems. Now, if you would be so kind as to tell me your name. Right, sir, it's Maggie. Maggie Bird. Thank you. I'm remembering a little bit more now. Now, how do I know you? Are we friends, or is our relationship strictly that of a lawyer and client? I'm afraid we don't know each other all that well. I kind of know a couple of friends of yours, but that's about it. Hey, I know. May I borrow your phone? My phone? Sure, if it'll help. Thanks, sir. Hey, Miles. Good to hear from you. What's up? Hi, it's Maggie. I'm borrowing Mr. Edgeworth's phone right now. Listen, can you come over to defendant lobby number 2? Mr. Edgeworth has amnesia. We're hoping you can come and help jog his memory. Oh no, I'll be there as quick as I can. It'll be about half an hour before I can get there, though. Tell him to hang in there. Alright, we'll see you. Hey, why didn't you just have her talk to me over the phone? You could have saved her a trip. You're right. Why didn't I think of that? It's alright, just hurry and call her back.
The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
Or not. Look, it'll be fine. If nothing else, my lack of memory means I can look at the trial objectively. With no preconceived biases getting in the way of cold, hard logic. No need for concern. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Evidently, I made a commitment to defend this young woman. In court. Before I lost my memories. Hopefully, this case will help me remember more. Strange. These events seem familiar somehow. Yet I still feel like I'm forgetting something dreadfully important. Oh, this is cute. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. If I'd be so incompetent as to let a minor setback like amnesia prevent me from doing my job. Excellent. Now then, to the matter at hand.
Because the defendant is a member of our police force, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. Wait, lover? Why does that not sound right? We weren't lovers like that. This was just a friend. But they looked out for me when I was in training. Besides, I'm seeing someone else. My boyfriend's the one who told me to get you in as my attorney. Ah, that's right. Said she knew some friends of mine. That would explain why she knew who to call when she had my phone. However, she referred to the person she's seeing as her boyfriend. The voice of our mutual friend on the phone was clearly female, and pleasantly familiar. It was Emma. Why can't I remember her blasted name?
In any case, prosecution will prove the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's see what you've learned since last time. I've got an hour game now.
It's protagonist Payne. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Implying we faced each other before. That's helpful. Odd. Could have sworn I remembered him being a janitor, though.
Eh? Please bring Officer Mike Beacons to the Oh, God.
Here we go. Don't be down, Mr. Edgeworth. Are my clients normally this nervous? And why do I get the strange feeling I've gone over this case before? There he is.
Yes, please state your name and occupation.
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Beacons, sir. My occupation is, I'll be detective in training, sir.
Officer Meekins, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near the headquarters. Expose Park. Victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. You asked me whether or not the fall snapped his neck. I would say the fall snapped his neck, sir.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Ah, yes. The autopsy report, correct? That explains why I have that with me. I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented.
The coroner said the victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing.
Results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. Just so we're clear, the time of death was confirmed to match the time shown on the victim's broken watch.
That's right.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Look at this photograph. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
My memory's a little fuzzy. Would you care to explain?
Mr. Edgeworth,
is your head on right today? There's a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
I can't help it, Your Honor. He has amnesia.
This is highly irregular. It's amnesia, but yet the defendant still feels comfortable with him presenting her case.
She didn't exactly have much of a choice. I only found out a few minutes before the trial.
Your confidence in me brings me to tears. I see. Luckily, I keep an emergency tutorial nearby in case of such an event. Times like this, you should take a look at the court record. There you'll find information about all evidence and profiles collected thus far.
I know that. It's not that kind of amnesia.
In case, realistically, I would say the evidence in question must be the shattered glasses. Final drop. It's either that or the alchemical tome, but the glasses seem much more likely.
Fucking alchemical tome, what? The victim grabbed the defendant's glasses as he was being shoved,
and held onto them as he fell. I assume forensics tested for fingerprints.
I'm afraid the dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints.
Bollocks! What about matching the prescription strength to the defendant's prescription? Just because she wears Just because she wears glasses doesn't mean the shattered pair belongs to her. You underestimate us. Not only did we confirm the prescription strength matched. The defendant's current pair just so happens to be her spares. Huh? Yes, it's my spare pair. That's the news. These glasses you found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear. Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Ah, yes. Goddess of misfortune, Maggie Bird strikes again. Wait a second. Until I went to college, I even know it was the goddess of misfortune. Miss Bird, before today, have we ever met in the courtroom lobby? I don't think so. You know we met in the detention center, and I might have seen you at the office. I'm pretty sure we never met in the courtroom lobby before today. Why do you ask? No reason, just curious. If we never met in the lobby before today, why do I remember having that conversation? I remember it clearly, yet that should be impossible. Ergo, she's either mistaken, lying, or something far more unfathomable is happening here. Why do I keep getting the distinct impression that I've taken this case before? What? Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? Yes, our witness has been kind enough to provide us with something very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Turnabout Déjà Vu. Is this the déjà vu that we're experiencing?
Objection!
Officer, you will cease from using that megaphone at once. Acoustics in this room are perfectly sufficient to deliver testimony. You were trained to become a detective, for heaven's sake. You don't see Detective Sky using a megaphone in court, do you? You just remembered someone's name. I did? You're right, I did. Quick, do you have anything else? No. Well, I'm glad to see the defense is regaining his memories. I'm afraid we do have a testimony to continue with. That said, the defense is right. Witness will refrain from using the megaphone during proceedings. Alright, let's try this again. Sir, there's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed to the bench area, sir. We managed to write the culprit's name on the ground when he landed. Looking at it, I would label this as clearly being the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Reading its evidence at the glasses, it's pretty obvious she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see the name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2. Yep, this is all very familiar. Mr. Edgeworth, what's wrong? Can't be. Just not possible. I've heard this testimony before. More importantly, I know where the contradiction lies. What? Mr. Edgeworth, you may cross-examine this witness. Now, according to my tutorial. Sometimes witness may lie, remember things wrong. The truth, yes, yes. Enough of the tutorial, I told you, it's not that kind of amnesia. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just never had the occasion to use my emergency tutorial before. Oh well, let me begin your cross-examination, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Alright.
Hold it!
I don't think I've already asked if they were able to match the glasses to the defendant. I already know they found her name under the victim's body as well. Just what am I pressing for here? My apologies, officer. You may continue.
Hold it!
You're quite certain the victim was pushed? If I had to say whether the victim was pushed or tripped, I would say he was pushed, sir. First sight that was struck at the scenes. There's no way it was anything else. I see. Please continue, witness. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far.
Hold it!
You're certain it was the culprit's name? Is there any possibility it could have been part of a computer pattern? What? If I'd labeled the password of the culprit's name, I would label it the culprit's name, sir. And you claim this is also the name of my client.
Hold it!
And you're absolutely certain of this? Either they'd be certain or uncertain. I'd say I lean heavily on the certain side, sir. You can clearly see the defendant's name in the picture, sir. I don't know why I even bothered to press this statement. I know exactly where the contradictory statement is.
Hold it!
Because I'm a completionist with nothing better to do with my time. That's why I'm pressing these statements, Edgeworth. So stop judging me. You're quite sure the victim wrote that name. Is there any possibility someone else tried to frame my client? This is actually an important question. Forensic reports said that his finger was scratched up by the rough sand. There's also grains of sand stuck on his index fingernail. It certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I haven't given up. On the contrary, I know exactly what I'm doing. For your 10th time, I already know all this. Obviously, I put it in the autopsy report. Let me get this straight. You said it was the victim who wrote the name in the sand. I would definitely say it was the victim, sir. I'm sorry, officer, but I'm afraid that simply isn't possible. You see, this autopsy report clearly states that the victim died from a broken freaking neck. Kurt Angle voice. Bestiality. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but if you die because of a broken neck, it's impossible to move your body, let alone write anything in the sand. Ah! Objection! Are you sure? Maybe this is just an exception to the rule. Very well, I'll humor you. Let's say this is an exception to the rule. What's with the anime music in this case? Is it relevant to the deja vu thing? As I recall, the autopsy report also said that the time of death was 6:20 p.m. This was determined because it lined up with when the victim's neck watch had broken. If that's the case, even the autopsy report would agree death was instantaneous. But surely there must be... I'm not finished. There's also the fact that the person who wrote that name misspelled Maggie as Maggie. If they were lovers, so the prosecution claims the victim wouldn't have misspelled it. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, this is simply astonishing. You've turned the whole trial on its head in record time. Believe it or not, there's more. Simply take a look at the photo. Notice that the victim is supposedly writing this with his right hand. However, the victim just so happened to be left-handed. That's right. How'd you know? Because you told me you gave him that left-handed baseball glove for his birthday that day. What? Okay, this is... Alright. You have my attention. What is it? Okay. Alright. Mr. Edgeworth, you're scaring me. It's true that I gave him a left-handed glove that day. But I never told you about that glove. The only person I told was Officer Meekins. That was because I asked him what Dustin might want. Wait. You're right, it was Officer Meekins who mentioned that. Just what in blazes is going on here? Why do I keep remembering things that haven't happened, but are still true somehow? Okay, so the victim couldn't have written the name? Couldn't the defendant have written the message using the victim's finger? And why, pray tell, would she do that? To help throw suspicion off herself? purposely creating contradictions that make her look innocent. My dear prosecutor, I should hope you say this is in jest. Tell me, if it wasn't for the name, would you have tried to match the glasses to her? If it wasn't for the name, would there be anything linking her to the crime? I understand the police have to take any dying message they see seriously. So why would a police officer incriminate herself when she could simply leave the scene? But even with all this, we still have a witness who says he saw the whole thing. Do we now? That's interesting. Did he see the defendant write her name in the sand? I'm not sure. We can ask, though. Very well. Why don't we bring him in here and hear what he has to say? Sir, what are you doing? You must have this case won and you want another witness? The witness claims he saw the whole thing, and the whole thing is clearly impossible. Odds are he's probably the killer. Yeah, good thinking, sir.
This is taking a very interesting turn. Mr. Payne, how quickly can you bring in your new witness?
I shouldn't take long. Why?
Just occurred to me that we may set a record here for our shortest trial ever. I was hoping to avoid calling for a recess. Give me a great story to tell my grandson.
Okay. Could you please call your next witness, Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. Before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. Ways that the court might be a little lenient on. There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. Washington calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Beef Wellington. Yes, hello there. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Ah, okay, alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would not be the truth given and just settled would be as evil as death, and I can't have that. Everything is my life is being at the utmost obvious top-grade quality. You see, I'm merely looking for that perfect, top-notch, unbeatable university, don't you see? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rate's all you need to play. What? Prosecution only asked you for your name. You will answer with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Or so help me God, there will be another murder in this court. Jesus Christ! I don't know if I remember this rant. I'm not about to listen to it again. Ordinarily, I'd penalize you for such an outburst, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think I'll be necessary, Your Honor. I'm sure we can forgive him just this once. I agree. Witness will answer what he has been asked, and nothing more. Do I make myself clear? Oh, is that how you want to play at this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
Silence.
Okay, your name, witness. Fine. Suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, a drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. Okay. You want to tell you could call me a university student in transit. You could also call me a Sigma male. That was a great Twisted Samurai impression. Maybe you should consider going into voice acting. Thank you, but no. Much prefer being an attorney. So? The guy who plays the Twisted Samurai is a defense attorney too. Oh, I see what you did there. Clever. Is that so? Ah. Very clever. Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were taking a, strolling through the park, correct? Why is everyone in this damn case 22? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. Everyone in this damn case is 22. What the heck? But I remind you that I am in no way a pubescent boy after a walk with Mommy. You must know Shut up! Let's get on with it! Tell the court what you saw while you were taking a walk through the park. What I saw that day. God, what is that? God! What? God, why? Why? What are you doing, music? Chill! It was just a park all afternoon. I even thought about my life situation. I don't remember at the time all that well. I believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. I thought I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. This was clearly a decisive testimony. We now question the witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Clearly, our definitions of decisive are quite different. I seem to recall this testimony as well, so I may as well get on with it. At this point, I think I'm more disturbed that I'm actually getting used to this deja vu. Okay. Alright, let's press this fool. God! I don't recall there being anything relevant here. Some rubbish about how his choice of university directly affects the country's future. Just leave the statement be. Okay, at least thank you for not judging me for this. Nothing great importance here. He says he knew the time because of the clock at the park. And he writes about some nonsense no one here cares about. I'll pass on this one, thanks. This is much better than judging me for pressing. Which I won't press this point to begin with. Any fool could tell it was a police officer just by looking at the uniform. Moving on. Obviously he means my client. Miss Bird, do you recall seeing this individual at the park? No. I don't recall seeing him anywhere, actually. I'm pretty sure I would, too. His hair kind of stands out, you know? Why do you ask? Assuming you're innocent, you either have to be mistaken, which would require you to have a twin, or he's simply lying about meeting your eyes at that time. Not that's enough to call him out on, unfortunately. Actually, he's either 100% certain of this, or he's lying. Either way, not much I can point and pull at him here. I like this, very efficient. Contradiction's right here. I really don't need to press this statement. The individual couldn't be more suspicious if he wore a t-shirt saying, "I'm a bad guy." Just wait, I'll either find out or remember what you're hiding, and then we can all go home. Addendum for the... What? Addendum from Judge Ferdinand Lance. Evidence presented must actually contradict the witness's testimony. It is bad form to present evidence simply because it suggests an alternate possibility. Clearly it's not enough that I have these impossible memories. Now my imagination has to get on the act. Still, that part about it being bad form to point out an alternate possibilities is correct. Besides, if he's telling the truth, there's something else he should have seen. I should press him about that. It's actually press. Really? A banana? Well, if you must know, it was more like a whole bunch of them. Cease with these relevant tangents. I should like to know if you saw anything else relevant to the crime. Well, if you're looking for something you consider relevant, I was noticed the victim had written someone's name in the sand. But really, who's to say bananas are less relevant than random number in the sand? You stated low-life, you just don't understand relation of it. That will do, Mr. Wellington. You'd simply have mentioned the name first. Your Honor, I question the witness add his statement about receiving the name to the testimony. Very well. Please amend your testimony, Mr. Wellington.
Hold it!
You're certain it was the defendant's name? I assume it is. The defendant is female, as was the name in the sand. Though they say the assumption is unreasonable. Checkmate. Individual could... wait.
Objection!
Boss. Wait, take it back. I've nothing here. Go ahead and penalize me. Just please don't bring up the blasted tutorial again. Name? How did you know the defendant's name? Okay, so the answer isn't entirely obvious, but we just go for the autopsy report again. Before we continue, I should like to confirm a few things. First, Mr. Payne, was the witness privy to any information in the court record thus far? They shouldn't be. We haven't really gone over any evidence since he came in. I certainly never showed him any of it. Nothing at all? Not even the crime photos? Nope, not even those. Mr. Edgeworth, where exactly are you going with this? How did he know? Please bear with me, Your Honor. Everything must be done decently and in order. I shall explain momentarily. Second point. Mr. Wellington, please remind the court what time you saw the incident. You said before it was sometime after 6 p.m. I know I made the call to the police sometime before 7 p.m., so it was somewhere in that interval. Did you or did you not see the exact moment of the murder? Of course I saw it. I saw the very moment the lovely lady sent the victim hurtling to his death. Thank you. Now then, I have just 2 more questions. Your Honor, aside from the victim, defendant, and bananas, what else did the witness claim he saw? Was the name written in the sand, wasn't it? Thank you. Finally, Mr. Wellington, did you see the name before or after you called the police? Saw the name before I made the call. Thank you, Mr. Wellington. You've been most helpful. Now, will everyone please take a look at this evidence? Wait, that's the autopsy report. You seem to have figured it out, Mr. Payne. Bravo. Yes, as we established during the previous cross-examination, the victim couldn't possibly have written anyone's name in the sand. Wait, is it still possible the defendant wrote her own name in the sand? Not anymore, I'm afraid. You see, I think we might try to use that as a last line of defense. Ergo, I asked the witness whether or not he saw the exact moment of the murder. He claimed to see the exact moment the defendant allegedly sent the victim to his demise. At this point, she could not have written her own name in the sand without him noticing. The only window of opportunity available was the time he went to call the police. However, a witness has graciously pointed out that he saw the name before he made the call. Well, maybe he just made the whole thing up. We still have a case if he did. Yeah, that's it. Never witnessed anything. This is all a stunt for attention. Oh, Mr. Payne. I had hoped you wouldn't sink so low, but alas, you confirmed my other prediction. You yourself confirmed the witness hadn't seen any of the evidence. Ergo, the only way he could have known about the name was if he was at the scene of the crime. The same is true for the time of death. He said it was sometime after 6 p.m., but before 7 p.m. This fits with the autopsy report, even though he hadn't seen it for himself. Therefore, we know the witness was definitely at the scene of the crime. He also offhandedly mentioned during one of his rants that he requires the finest glasses. Were I a gambling man, I'd wish the glasses at the scene match his prescription. Mr. Edgeworth, are you saying the witness was the killer? That, Your Honor, is precisely what I'm saying. Objection! What about his motive, though? Surely he wouldn't kill a policeman for no reason. You want motive? Very well. How's this? Mr. Wellington loves large bananas, but he found out Mr. Price bought the last bunch. Rather than attempt to buy, trade, or steal them, he decided murder was the appropriate action. I think this is even remotely his real motive. But frankly, I don't care. Jobs to prove my client's innocence. Let them sort out who's actually guilty. Objection! That's ridiculous. Not to mention slander. Is it really, though? Witness claimed that he saw a bunch of bananas at the crime scene. Tell me, did the police find any bananas at the scene at all? Well, No, but... Well, there you have it. The reason there were no bananas there is because the witness stole them and hid them. I'd say that fits, wouldn't you? Even more so than my client's motive. When you think of it, what was her motive again? Oh, that's right. You never mentioned any motive on her part. I will have order in the courtroom. Your Honor. I believe I have sufficiently proven the prosecution's accusations against my client are false. I agree. Further investigation will be needed regarding the witness's involvement in this case. Speaking of, Mr. Payne, have the witness taken into custody for questioning. I know what I'm beaten. Right away, Your Honor. As for defendant, Mr. Maggie Bird, the court finds her. Yay! We win. That is all. This court is adjourned. What a weird case. That was amazing! I've never seen a case turn about so quickly before. I think I was worried that the amnesia was going to hold you back. Heck, if what I just saw was any indication, I should get amnesiacs to defend me more often. I hope she's seriously planning on going on trial again just for that. I feel really bad for Dustin, though. He didn't deserve to die like that. It's probably because of me and my bad luck. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Is this turning into a sudden time loop thing? Like, is this where she mentions being the angel of misfortune? Been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed almost any test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. Never won or even tied that game of tic-tac-toe. And if it's really been nothing more than a string of disasters. Look at me, Miss Bird, but do yourself a favor and stop talking like that. You fell from the 9th floor of your apartment building when you were 6 months old. Yet you survived, and none the worse for wear that I can see. You know people who would kill for that kind of luck. Getting hit by vehicles, sick from bad foods, failing at tests, welcome to planet Earth. Doesn't make you some goddess of misfortune, just human. Hey, who told you about my old nickname? Believe me, I'm still trying to figure that one out. Anyway, if the concept of bad luck is deeply ingrained in your mind, subconscious expects bad luck. Ergo, bad luck happens. Oh, I get it. Since I think I'm unlucky, I let the air go out of my subconscious. Not quite what I meant, but it works, I suppose. You're absolutely right. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found oceans worth of good luck by then, sir. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess of misfortune. Baby steps, I suppose. There's one thing I'm still confused about, though. How would that guy have known my name? Never met him. Never met him, so how would he know to write Maggie in the sand? Oh, that. Didn't you say you found someone's phone in the park? Phone's owner called his phone. You answered and arranged to meet with him. While you were on the phone, you said your name was Maggie, and he assumed it was Maggie. I don't remember telling you that. How'd you know? The moment I remember, I'll let you know. You're probably right, though. His voice did sound kind of familiar. Sorry I took so long, but I finally made it. Emma, good to see you, as always. Huh? Hey, what was that for? I thought you told me he had amnesia. I hurried all the way down here because I worried he'd have forgotten about everything. About us. Uh-oh. Why'd you tell me his amnesia? He does! You're the only one he's remembered so far. I am? Well. Oh, the phone. Detective who specializes in forensics and alchemy? I could never forget her. Alchemy? Makes you feel any better, Emma? Your company is nice to have in this sea of unfamiliarity. Stop it, you can make me blush. Might late for that, I'm afraid. Still, that's pretty weird, getting amnesia all of a sudden like that. Think you need to see the doctor? Dr. Nick? No, I think I'll be fine. Well, I could bring you back to the lab with me. See what you can remember along the way. That sounds great, actually. Alright then. That helps me, actually, since today's the first day they're letting me analyze that top secret item in evidence. Oh, that's right. Maggie wasn't there. You've been waiting to take a close look at that for about a year now, haven't you? You know me too well, Miles. What? Huh? Miles, are you okay? What? Young Von Karma? Miles, what's happening? What? What a Cuba? Miles? Someone quick! Get a doctor! These memories. Are they? Emma? A fly past? What? Huh? Where am I? What is this? Welcome to the Velvet Room. It seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves. You may call me Igor. What? I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter, between game board and player. You might consider it a meta world of sorts. I didn't sign up for any surprise, Umaneko. Oh, hey. This is my assistant, Delanor. She's a resident of this world, like myself. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My mouth doesn't move in the Velvet Room. Ahem. Oh, what is going on here? My name is Delanor A. Knox. I'll be accompanying you during your journey. This room is normally open to those who are bound by a contract. Perhaps such a contract awaits you in your future. However, to prepare for the future, one must first understand the present. In order to understand the present, one must first remember the past. What is going on here? What did I sign up for? Velvet Room. Stay between fiction and reality. Eleanor A. Knox, age just a kid, gender female. Head Inquisitor of Heresy in Eisern Jungfrau, the 7th District Repentance Enforcement Agency of the Great Court of Heaven. She is currently... What is going on here? What is going on here? Hold up. There are several of your memories that contain keys to your understanding of the present. If this mystery goes unsolved, your future may be forever lost. My duty is to provide assistance to our guests to ensure that does not happen. Let's start with your memories of a case you handled 3 months ago. Try to relieve these memories. It'll be as if you are experiencing these events for the first time. I will, however, occasionally visit you to check on your progress. Understand, however, that she cannot provide assistance as you reenact these cases. She is bound by the rules of Knox's Second, which forbid the aid of the supernatural in mysteries. However, she is allowed to bring certain matters to your attention pertaining to your present. You may think of it as providing necessary context, filling in the gaps of your damaged memories. I shall explain more when we meet again. Till then, farewell. What? What? Huh. Okay. All right, then.
Wait, you're in Curain? Yes, I guess we are. Curain, as in the alchemy capital of the USJ. That Curain. You know how much I've wanted to go there with you. Why did you go without me? Wait, it was Curain you were talking about going to? I thought Curain was the place you said you were interested in. They both are. I'm sorry. I had some business here I need to take care of. I'll make it up to you, though. I promise. I'll get Diego to cover for me at the office, and we can come out here together in a couple of weeks. Diego? All right, then. He's here, too. Well, I still wish I could be here with you now, but I'm okay with waiting a couple of weeks. Just do me a favor and listen more carefully. I know Curain and Curain sound similar, but still. We're generally pretty good at picking up subtle differences like that, so it's just a little surprising. Anyway, I'd better go ahead and let you go now. Love you. Love you too. I'll see you soon. Sorry, Emma. would have brought you with me, but I didn't want to risk spoiling the surprise. Alchemy. And, oh. So this is once again the start of, a series which I don't know was ever finished. Yeah, this is the start of a series that I don't know was ever finished. It's a shame, because it's an interesting premise in both cases. Like, I honestly don't know. I kill this. Yeah, we can explore a little bit. I honestly don't know if there's ever any more done in this series. I know the Doctor has done a few more intriguing cases since, like a Professor Layton / Umineko crossover, which looks really good. Which is kind of in the same universe. But again, it's between Turnabout Reversal and Trial by Fire, Turnabout Déjà Vu. It set up two really interesting premises here, even with the surprise introduction of Igor and friend here. It's still it's, I will admit, it was very jarring for have something like that in the Phoenix Wright game, but you know what? That's the kind of setup that I can really get behind. That's the kind of setup I can really get behind. And I wish we would have gotten a chance to see how it actually played out. So what do we know about this story here? We know that something happened to Edgeworth, and he's sort of looping through his memories, including this particular case parodying Justice for All Case 1, including the amnesia Richard Wellington business. That is a very interesting spin on it, the deja vu of I've been in this case before. And I wish we would have gotten more from this, especially the introduction of alchemy. Without it, we're kind of missing the context for how we got here, but interesting premise setup. The idea of alchemy being responsible is very jarring, but intriguing nonetheless. And I wish if anyone is watching this around the time knows how this was planned to play out, or if there's more to this series that I am missing, let me know in the comments, as I would be intrigued to know. And on that note, I will sign off for now until I find more to cover. Until then, I will see you in the next video.